Um, Sucks. Shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. It's a lot of bad football. A lot of bad football.
Josh, it looks like that a couple times there were trouble with the exchanges with James Cook. You know, obviously one was a fumble, but it looked like there were a few times there were some issues. What goes into that right there?
I mean, just getting more reps at practice. That's just something we can't have.
Josh, throughout this rough patch for the offense, you've maintained your confidence that you guys will be able to turn it around at some point. After this performance, do you remain confident after all the, quote, and to use your words, bad football that was put on display tonight?
Yeah, I'm still confident, but it's no secret the clock's ticking, you know. Gotta have some urgency now.
What leaves you still confident in the offense after it's been so many weeks of kind of the same story here?
Because we've done it before.
Hey, Mitch, 5-5. How deep of a hole have you guys dug yourself?
Well, it's not ideal. I think now is going to be the real test for this team, not so much on Sundays, but how we stick together through this on the week. Look at it objectively. And then I think the best teams when the pressure's at its highest and when everything seems to be crumbling is when it's you know it's not, and you come together closer. It's like breaking a bone, right? Like when you heal it, it becomes stronger. So for us, this is what we got to do, and very confident in this team to do that. It's not going to be easy, but like Josh said, the clock is ticking, and we just have to take this right now one day at a time, but at the same time look at everything objectively.
Josh, what happened on the interception right before halftime?
Just left it inside.
What can be done from a messaging standpoint inside that hasn't been tried already? I'm sure you guys have tried things. This isn't tonight. It's not like this came out of nowhere. A total team lost tonight. What can you do in terms of trying something different?
I once was a part of a team that won our first one, lost 5 straight after that. And we came together and we said, we know what works. Now, granted, we have to make a few adjustments, but we know it works. So we got to double down on what we know works and take onus of it. And things turned around. So for us, it's, listen, for us, it's going to be insulating the outside noise. You know, and then just taking it one day at a time, having each other's backs no matter what. I think this team does that on a regular basis, but now we got to double down on it. So we'll take it one day at a time.
Josh, how have you, looking back, gotten through something like this before, and how can you apply that to what's been happening with this?
I mean, you know, every situation is different, but to have knowledge, to have reps when things aren't going great, and you know they're not going great. You know, you gotta rely on the men in this locker room and the leaders in this locker room, and you know we gotta play better football.
Josh, the offense looked a little bit more concept-based rather than scheme. How does that varies during the course of a ball game?
I mean, just trying to figure out what works against the team and what we expect them to do, and just having to plan against that. You know, and they, you know, coming off a bye week, had 2 weeks to prepare, and they had a good game plan.
Whatever adjustments you do need to make, how drastic do they need to be?
I mean, it's a tough question. Drastic. We just have to execute when our number's called. And I know that might seem like a mundane weekly thing, but it hasn't changed. That's the key to success. And then I think just doing our jobs, looking at it objectively, like I said. Now I'm sounding like a broken record, make adjustments where they need to be, and look ourselves in the mirror, each person, each individual, and then having each other's backs.
You mentioned outside noise. What about inside, doubts, a lot of confidence getting shook? How do you protect against that? I know you're a professional athlete, you've been through these, but you're also human beings. What do you need to do to keep that in check?
Well, I think that's when this team's going to be put to the ultimate test, right? How do we respond to these moments? The lows are so devastatingly low in this league. It's not safe to say that this is a pretty devastating low right now. But I do think that this is when the good teams come together. Have each other's back, man. I mean, listen, this is not what we're looking for by any means, but we have to have each other's back. And it's put to the test right now, and we'll go from there.
Josh, your first 2 years, still learning the league, the team wasn't quite formed. So with that in mind, those years behind you, might this be the toughest stretch you've gone through in your career, in the NFL at least, these last 6 games where you're throwing a pick in each game?
I don't know.
What's your confidence level, Josh, right now? Your personal and for the team. Where's your confidence level like?
Still high.
What makes it high?
Again, we've done it before. I know we can do it. It's just a matter of doing it.